You know what? Looking back now, there's a lot I could have done right. Yeah, there's a lot I could have chose not to be part of. Yeah, but I couldn't. I didn't like. I didn't choose because in Mixe, what happened to me is Mixe street life and gang life, I mix on this poison because nale gangsters is poison. I ain't mine. I ain't coozing next. Yeah, perpetuate the thing yenza because I've been doing it na my gang. And then now, says years again uniform, and then yenza na bantu. Should they, when I look up to these guys, okay, these guys are supposed to teach me the lies. Lesson right. Okay, and then they go off. Oh, no, superior tetimad. Consensus on it. Okay. Oh, okay. Then I'm not saying the most cut somehow. Before you know it, you are back to that life over to you are back in it. Not to answer much in form. Now, so I was saying if I'd chosen not to be part of that, yeah, I think my life would have took a different turn if I didn't choose to roll. And then if I had made choices myself, like in the cool, it's choices. We choose to be in this. So once you get your choices mixed, or some priorities or ama needs nama wants, what's mixed you go wrong, man. Definitely you go wrong. Me, I'm living proof for what one small bad decision can like mess up your whole life. I'm proof of that. I'm still living. People don't see me as a person. They see an ex-convict. I'm a person by. Like, that's why take me out. Take me out of the force. There's a lot of good people over Sevenzara. People who mean well. They mean well. They want to do everything by the book, Benza Yongindo accordingly. Those people, they deserve to be there. But then we check a pay sleep out. Government in my opinion, nurses, cops, teachers, but it seems like ngati bahola less than abantu abaningi. Yonke into engiyenzile, it was for my survival. That's truly, I did a lot of bad things in my life. Ngezinto blind eziningi. And looking back now, content is ngingafisa with I could have done differently. Different, but I didn't. Because when I had my own mind state, I was still young, and then all this was just too much for me because I wanted a certain path, and I didn't get that path. So all I had was this path a corner with okay, like popular opinion about okay, go to school, not go to a school, tell them 7 on to shop, and then life goes on. No, that's not me. Where I'm from, in Lamb. Okay, we never had much in Linabo. We didn't have a car, we didn't have a TV, we didn't have a radio, we didn't have a fridge. So we never had much. Doesn't do slangana the most cool time. Abatala baya cool, they work. Then we got a car with a fridge, a car in the TV, And me as the youngest thing is I'm growing up and seeing. So I wanted more for my family than that. Than would just put food on the table. People are millionaires out there. Why can't I be a millionaire? It was that mind state that I want to be a millionaire. And once you realize, once you go in the force, okay, now get in the force, Umuntu uyakurevela ukuthi yena una 28 years experience asebenza esiphoyiseni. You look at the cars he's driving. Look at the house ahlala kiyo. Akutshela ukuthi usayibhadala. I'm like, umuntu usabhadala indlu le. Akutshela ukuthi na 15 years ngibhadala le ndlu. Yo, I'm like, whoa, this is not for me. I want to buy a house. In my mind at the time, when I want to, ngifuna uba neziningi ukuthi nami self ngizothi nangihamba emhlabeni, I will pass it on to my children, and then my children can never starve, and their children could never starve. Generations to come ukuthi ungasabi nendlala la endlini. The way we grew up, and then is now one ukuthi okay, lo muntu lo ungitshela ukuthi basho yena has been working at the force for this amount of years, and then you look at progression. Okay, unedlala i-bond house, it's got this koronyana sekaramba ngazo. Oh yeah, okay, the car is paid off, but then uphilela le yandlu leya manje. Then umuntu akhona ukhala nge-5 uhola the last day of the month. If i-20 inyanga iphela nge-28 uhola nge-28 le nge-5 zaka mature car. Ekseni ngiboleke netipa lapha nginanex. Iwan uphilela emlomeni. Hand to mouth, uphila njalo. Save the house, hand to mouth. Take my kids to school, hand to mouth. Uphila net lapho. Most of the times, into yangikwatisa kakhulu ngesiphoyisa ukuthi uba rich mawushona. Like when you die in the line of duty, that's when you get your payouts. Imali ezingakwenza ukuthi ubonakale now. $250,000 sometimes. $250,000 something, but then awusekho wena. Imali zakhe zanzane lezi zisiphoyiseni ziyaphuma-ke ziyakuphi ziyakumfazi. That's the only time abone imali esingathi serious angathi mhlambe if he was alive he would do something engathi yabo, but then akasekho leso sikhathi. The family is mourning. Abanye baya retire, most retire, and then now bathole ipackage nyana labo, start this and that, business. But now them check umuntu akhona vele age yamphikisa sekamdala. And in a trauma counseling, ever since I've been there, I never got trauma counseling. Zonke into shoot every time nangivala amehlo. Amasini wonke ngiwabonile ngisawabona. The dead people. Labantu besibahlise njengari boy bengisakutshela ngaye. He hung himself le garage. Safonela umuntu pathologist, then they came. First they have to take pictures. Umuntu nafika kufika yi-1. Ahambe by 2. It's 3 hours 30 minutes later. Ufika yi-1 petty camera. Uzomshuta lapho, uyamshuta, then keep it tray. We gotta take him down. Uyi-1 kwesa simncede. So ubamba umzimba uthanda ungathanda. That person uzomjwayela. Umnuko umuntu ofila uzojwayela. Because you can stand with a cups for like 3 to 4 hours lokumile lapho. Ulinde ukuthi kufike the necessary people bazomshuta and then take him away. Bakushutela for a court, ukuthi nazi court. This is how we found this person. Simthola lenga so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So being there preserving the scene when we won. Like most of humble ones see 2. Ukufika with lapha preserve the scene. The stage is your so the whole day until that person comes. You know kanjalo tot azafika man. Umuntu uphuma ibunga ezikelo. Mnuko umoya ngewokhohla. Angeke wokhohla. I had seen dead people before I got into the force. Bese ngibabonile abaningi before, but like street life. Impilo sestrateni. Someone got stabbed ebusuku, simbone kuseni ushonile. Njengalezo. And then someone get killed slap. People get shot slap or not. So I've seen dead people before, but hayi ngale ndlela. Because lapha manje it's you're on a mindset is different, because manje you have to make sure that nothing gets tampered with. You gotta make sure that if this is a crime scene, kumele kube wenza sure ukuthi nothing gets missing from la emnyango again. Nothing gets missing and nothing goes out because you are here when you must make sure with if nama footprints, those footprints needs to be examined and stuff. So melwenze sure with and most endleleni thola ukuthi umntwana ushayise ikari. There's this scene in like I saw engqondweni nami. A 6-year-old boy, I think 5-6-year-old, got smashed by a car. So we were called in first. Nasiyofika lapha. And I wasn't driving. Bengihleli ngaku passenger seat, so my partner was driving. So I had to ngihlike ekarini, and then he has to waive traffic, I block in a way. Adlulisa imoto ngenye indlela. I was there with the boy. The boy was gasping for breath. And a 6-year-old, 5-6-year-old. Then washona ngimbhekile that boy. Every time I close my eyes ngizambona. Ilanga lishisa ngoba ma-3. Got knocked by a car, Kevin elinye so Mloto Road. So he got knocked down, and then umuntu okhona wamshayisa wabaleka. When we were called in, ulokulele lapha esikontirini. Imoto ziyamdaka. So siyaya lapha sejama, and then control the traffic senza. Call the necessary people with bears. The ambulance now is taking forever until the boy died. And I'm begging. So leyo scene nayo ayisuke engqondweni nami. It's still there. And many other scenes that I've seen before after that. Asisela engqondweni because you can angeke ukwazi ukukhohlwa umuntu ushonile. Dead person akakhohlwa kalula. Dark or blue, you will somehow have the scene playing in your head because it's unusual. We don't see dead people every day. Yeah. So once you've seen one, it can. I was saying trauma counseling is within the force. That's why cops drink this much. They drink a lot. They do drugs. Is to help ease whatever is packing in engqondweni, because you see a lot in one day. In one day ungabona into eziningi eziningikhulu ukuthi zikumess up ingqondo kabuhlungu. Imagine seeing ibhasi liwile. Abona amabhasi awaphathwa. You see how full they are. If it can roll, how many people could die up? Lots. You are the first man on the scene. Others are still gasping for breath. Abanye already sebafile. Omunye ikhanda liqhamukile lapha inyawo nala lapha. Kuyogcwala lapha, and then you must also nenze sure ukuthi it was hectic, bruh. Like really, really hectic. And then for my age at the time, it was too much. It was just too much at that age. And then, you drink. You drink a lot. You smoke a lot. Now, just to meditate. And then just forget everything. But the funny thing is, there's another story foot. Umuntu wele manzini le una 3 days sekubonakala umzimba. The first person they called is the cops. Now you figure la person, you realize I can do yenza now. Now you have to get the relevant people with pesabas on the. But in the meantime, you'll be there. With that third person, uzoba nayo ne job until abantu relevant bafike. Lawo masini lawa ngeke ahlala ayihlali ngekumoshi ingqondo. Ayihlali ngekumoshi ingqondo. There are people who would bahlala ejele and then aphume angakashaya umthetho. But also there are people like us, like me, who are used to gang lifestyle. Ukuchila nama gang and sharing nama out isn't. So once you were in prison and you witness into zenzeka lapha ngaphakathi and all that, it's only natural to join a gang, because nama attempts azoza. Yafika omunye wase 8 uzofuna ukurecruiter, yafika omunye wase 6 uzofuna ukurecruiter. Ayintabazi ukwenzeka. I'm saying 28, 26. One of them, exe uthini, hambani, shamthetho ngayo. So he tries to rope you in. Depending on how uthatha njani. Usually when you are loaded or somehow you get a strong background from ekhaya, mhlambe supportive background, it's most likely ukuthi bazokusondela ama-gang, bazofuna eduze to be your friend and for protection and whatnot. Yeah, so I understand. Okay, lo i-visit ingena every week lo every week i-visit iyangena, so kwaye singaluthola sure nge-stuck. And then kulesithobakho lapha, because itshele nalo liso liyashintsha phela. Remember ngena abasha kuphuma abanye ngena, then liyajika kufike linye ihlanya la kuphi ene li omkhulu emareni nombolweni, and then itshele lijike lonke. Siningi ngikhuphuka i-crime, siningi ngikhuphuka ama-stabbing, siningi ngikhuphuka ama-robbery because of that one person lo ofikile. Thena kafika ijele lashintsha lonke. Yeah, he's the highest ranking certain camp, highest ranking lapha. What he says goes. Nakwenzeka so madida, kwenzeka so, are you down? You can't say no. You can't say no. Uthe wena uyile nto yiya ngithi, yeah, now it's time. Masibone ukuthi you're a real one na. Kwenzeke lo kwenzeka. So once uhlala lapha isikhathi, with me it's a matter of I knew it, okay, either way igang yona iyoba khona, just which gang, because mina ngikhulisa ama-28 nama-26 yabo. Then I get into prison and then I actually understand the lifestyle yabo and how they live in prison, and then you get to understand with, okay, is this what I want or is this what I don't want? Then from there on, okay, mina I prefer ukuthi ngenze so. I don't want this and that. Mina ngizozikhethela the calm ones. Abazithulela abo brother. Yeah, chilla namothi azithulele nje kuphela. I'll chill now, and then I decided ngizongena 24. I chose. I made a decision with as in right here, right now, for the next couple of years, ngizabe ngila. And the mele ngiyazi ile lifestyle yala, because it's years. I was still fresh. Ngiyazi ngisazohlala. I mean, it wasn't a matter of who there's danger or whatnot around me. It was a matter of who doesn't. Since I grew up with criminals and with gangsters and prison gangsters, number 28. Okay, so it was a matter of time with Nami join somewhere between the two camps. But then I made a decision. Okay, I'm gonna choose the Air Force 4. I'm gonna be with the Air Force 4 and understanding their values, understanding how they live in prison, because ayikuthi yonke into izwako iqiniso. Ufika lapho ubona ukuthi kuphilwa njani, then you understand ukuthi, okay, this is hectic stuff, and then this is okay. This I can deal with. No, so it was a matter of njengalo usho precaution somehow, but in a way bengizovela ngijoin again somehow along the way. So that's why I decided ukuthi mina ngizikhethela igang engazi ukuthi sengifundile, I know how they living and what's happening around it, because ngeke uhlala ungafundi usejele. ngeke ejele every day is a lesson, every day is a lesson, just like ngaphandle. But ejele ufunda uba nama-close encounter, straight ufunda okuningi ngawe for number one, ufunda okuningi ngabangani, ufunda okuningi nge-friendship, ufunda okuningi nge-family, and then nama-values wakashintsha. What you valued the most 5 years ago angeke isasebenza. You are in here manje, izinto kumele uzivalue less, ezinye uzibekele phezulu. For me it was family. Eish. Leaving my 2 daughters and going to prison with a 3rd one on the way. Oh, I've always loved guns. Never. That was the only thing, because I loved guns so much. Like, I first held a gun when I was 12. Never. No, umngani wami, ubabake, because she's spam. Because I drive my truck, so he would leave the gun, and he would take the gun, and then so I turned too much gun, and then the more I grew older, and then there was a gang and stuff, then start seeing real guns and then okay, I'm shooting my story spam, got my own piece and so I loved guns. That was the problem in Kulubunaya. I loved guns, and just from Nkula, but when most of the times no bumping guns. You know when you cock a gun in front of a person, I want you to come on. So we would make fun of that. So it was. Yeah, it was a thrill. Who's got the balls to actually take out a gun and point people? Young thought, oh, by 5 flap, okay, Lapanas Gana sensor, so Banot Kalumshan, no, little like gun. Minang so suits herself. Mas Gana Lapa, ping, I'm the first to cock. Ping, one side. Shang as it low, spam is low. Nana.